Alright, so we are right back into another Dragon Ball Super card game video, and this one is my deck profile. Apparently a lot of people wanted this one. Long story short, this is a deck that I went undefeated 5-0 last week, I do believe, at my locals, and a lot of people wanted to see because this was and the new set 6 Dende leader, and I wasn't really planning to play this. Long story short, again, I literally threw this together the night before. I wanted to go ahead and play the Boo engine, just didn't know what leader to do it in. And I was like, Dende's cool, and I also have these sleeves because I won the previous locals with for that, or I won them in the previous locals. There you go. And I was just like, you know what, let's just go ahead and troll some people, because obviously AOD Dende, shout out to Russell, is you know, just this is the combo, like this is the Dende and then AOD, you know. But I'm not playing that. I'm playing this engine, which is obviously the reason why I pulled out this stage 0 mat instead of the others. This 3-drop brew and the engine that goes with it. And I think personally, it goes really well with this leader, and it just kind of works out. I really do think it was built for this leader, or at least ideal for this leader. I don't know if it was built for it, but if you didn't know already, this is the blue Dende from set 6. Again, this is a wish leader, so he is not a regular leader, but I'll kind of explain a few of those things. He is obviously a blue leader. He's a Namekian / God / Shenron at the bottom right. And then his permanent says that you can't include extra cards, energy cost of 4 or more in your deck, and this card can't attack on this side, on the front side. On the back side, he is Goku, and he can attack from there. And of course, the 4 or more is like world peace and things of that, like that, like rebirth of justice. I don't know. His activate means burst 2, and you choose up to 2 Dragon Balls from your deck or life and add it to your hand, and then shuffle any decks, any areas that you look through. So he is really good. Just for Awakening, he's literally the same thing as Shenron. It's just that you get stuff in your drop a lot quicker, which is why AOD Dende is really good, or Aegis of Destruction is really good, because it gets into the drop a lot quicker. But with this one, it doesn't really help too much. I think it's nice if you see your 3 drops, the ones that actually should be in there, in the drop, so that way you Child's Wish it, or you see your Child's Wish in the drop, so that way you flip, because when you wish and you have 7 Dragon Balls, you flip and get into the desire, or get a desire from your drop. For him, it is just like any other wish leader. It's just that he can attack because now he's Goku. I really don't see. I guess I don't know. It's the Boo Saga. This is all over the place. But his activate main is draw 1. Blue to black desire for free. You can play Rebirth of Justice in this, but you just don't in this deck. And then remove 7 Dragon Balls. You untap 2 and you draw 2. Untap 2 is only blue energy, which is the reason why I wanted to go ahead and play this deck, and as well as why I think it goes well with it. That is this engine. So the engine that we're playing with is, of course, the, again, out of control Boo, or Majin Buu. If you didn't know, his effect says that you Uni Absorb 1 energy, so you pay 1 energy and then you go ahead and use Uni Absorb. He does have critical, but you choose up to 1 blue Majin Buu with an energy cost of 5 in your deck. It has to be 5, and place it on top of this card, and then shuffle your deck. So we'll look at the Union Absorb target for that. The only downside for this guy, other than him being a perfect Child's Wish target, is that, and I have ended games with him just being him, not in this tournament, this locals tournament, but I have in general, because he is a 15k crit, which I don't know, it's just good that way, I guess. But that was in the Shenron deck. Now that I think about it, I don't think I've either way in the Shenron deck, because he is a 15k creature or battle card, is that you get to swing 3 times with 25,000 critical. And the reason why I went with him is because of the blue access with Dimension Magic, and just being a burst leader just seems pretty cool. So there you go. Over Shenron, that is. So the reason why this is called Reliable is because this is one of the first decks that I took into set 4, I believe, or set 5 actually, when the Wish decks came out, the Shenron and all the other stuff. So he's my old reliable as far as anything else, because it's just a strong engine. Anyway, you place 1 battle card. Again, the downside is that you have to pay an energy, so if you want to go ahead and whiff to put it to put the barrier Buu underneath, you have to pay an energy for it. So the target for that is going to be these guys, which is the evil or power absorbing Majin Buu, which is the 5-drop in which he has dual attack, and then his activate main is that you once per turn you choose one South Supreme Kai underneath this card, and then you gain all the effects for the duration of the turn, basically. So the South Supreme Kai that we have is a 3-drop 15k critical as well, and you basically get his 15, well, not his 15, but his critical, and as well as his bounce a 3-drop or less into their hand, which isn't very useful, but we'll kind of go through that when he gets here. And of course, the target that ends the game and just is so good is the 7-drop Boo, in which is the Kid Boo. EX evolve for 1. You place 2 cards from your hand into the drop, and then it has triple strike. And then if you evolve on really any card that is a 5 or more, it gains 60k and it switches to active mode. So this guy is going to be the target for that. I did this 2-3 times in a row one time, I believe. Usually 2 times in a row, in which it gains 30, becomes 60 for a triple striker, and then you do it again. It's just it's a 90k triple striker, which gives me the game most of the time. And of course, we play a little bit of yellow, which makes sure the attack goes through. And of course, with the leader being able to use his ultimate, which turn 3, as long as I get this chain going and I have him out, I get to use his ultimate, in which you draw 2 cards and then you go ahead and untap 2, which is perfect for him because now you have 1 energy to go ahead and do it once. So you use the ultimate. So basically what happens is that you have the 3-drop out, you pass turn, well, yeah, you have the 3-drop out, hopefully awakened by then. You use 1 energy to put the barrier Boo underneath it. You pass turn. The next turn you have 3 energy, 1 yellow, 2 blue, and then you evolve. You play 1 more to get into this guy. You swing twice, hopefully a bean if you want to give that 5k, which we'll go through in a second. And then after that, you have 2 chances to go ahead and use this guy. Hopefully you have a big enough hand to go into these guys, which, you know, 2 of them is 6 life and 3 of them is 9 life, so that's overkill. There you go. And of course, use your ultimate on that turn, in which you untap 2 after you absorb, in case you don't have bean, or if you use 1 energy after that, you untap 2 and then you pay another energy, you drop those 2 cards if you have no other cards in your hand. It's really the biggest reason why I wanted to play this. But the boy ends games, and of course we have super combos. These are all sparking super combos. The reason why one of them is Gotense is no reason of particular reason, like any order. It's just because I didn't have another go on. I told you this stuff is last minute, boys. This is the barrier Boo. You put this underneath the 3-drop that gains barrier and just protects it. Same thing for the 5-drop, as long as it's underneath it. And then it prevents anything like Kid Goku, Broly, if they don't have the 8-drop out. If you're going for game, you don't get Shigeru Kid Goku, those type of things, you know, it's just really good. I played 2, you can play 1 if you wanted to. This is designed for best of 1, so there's no sideboard. And of course, for Child's Wish, no need to explain this, with Shenron running around and doing stuff, the Super Shenron and the other Shenron, which, you know, still is a good deck. It's a 3 or less, and then 15k or less, basically, from your drop. It's going to be the targets that I listed before. These are the Unizor targets, which I should have done earlier, but this is Majin the Fire, South Supreme Kai, in which when this card attacks, you choose up to 1 of your battle cards at any cost, or 1 of their battle cards at 3 or less, and then return to the hand. Again, is this going to be the target? Only run 3 of them because I didn't really need more than that. He is a 0 cost 5k, so at worst, he is a combo fodder, but, or, sorry, I run 4 of them, I run 3 of something else that I'll show you. But I run 4 of them because you want to go ahead and use that for, you need absorb, and then, again, at worst, he's combo fodder. You can play him for 3, but you really don't get to that point. Of course, another reason why I play this over Shenron, the regular Shenron, is Dimension Magic. It's really good because by the time you are at 2 energy, you can Child's Wish and pay the 2 energy to get out the Boo, and then the next turn you can defend with the Dimension Magic and have 2 open, and that's really about it. I think that's one of the biggest things for this, is just convenient. You know, it's nothing crazy. Don't crucify me for that or this, because I only play 3 beans. Not that I only have 3, but I literally only had room for 3. If you take a look at all of the other cards, it is kind of a tight deck in which, you know, you don't really want to put in things that aren't really necessary. It's the engine, the blue supports, and then the Dragon Balls. That's really about it. And of course we have the quick shift Majin Buu. So if you didn't know, when you combo this card, it's a zero cost, 10k 1 cost, and when you combo this card, if the card is blue, you get to shuffle 2 cards to your deck and then draw 2. This has been clutch when you have a 5-drop in your hand, and then you just go ahead and put it back into the deck, so that way you can Union Absorb and you're perfectly fine. Then we got some balls. It's a 1-star ball just so you can get your 3-drop out, or into the drop. And then we have 3 Purunga balls. There's nothing special about this. I just had only Purunga balls. And then 3 regular Dragon balls. There you go. Isn't that awesome? 3 of 3, Purunga in the back. It makes sense, right? Then we have 2 Dragon Radar. This is just so you can get your Child's Wish back. You can get multiple 5-drops on board. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah, it's not difficult, I should say. And of course, you can go ahead and get a 1-star if you want to drop their hand for a card, if you want to do that. But usually it's just to draw 2 and get that hand advantage so you can evolve. Then 2 Crisis Crusher. So the reason why I play Crisis Crusher is because of obviously Kid Goku. If I ran into it, which I did beat one of them. It's very helpful in the early game. You don't play any 1-drops. There's no need to play any 1-drops, and your target's going to be the big boy 5-drop and the big boy 7-drop. So there you go. And of course we play 1 Dangerous Journey Bulma. I did have 2 in this one before. Just didn't really need it, I guess. By the time you're awakening, it's turn 3, and either you take the L on milling out your important pieces, or you just don't see one of 2 of the Bulmas, or you mill them out too. So it's kind of annoying as far as the burst mechanic, but it does pay off in dividends in getting back a Child's Wish, being able to awaken quickly, comparative to the Shenron leaders, and just being overall good with the blue stuff. And then the small red package, or yellow package, is the Explorer Bulma, which is probably one of the most hated cards for Child's Wish right now. But she is purposeful because, again, when you are evolving and you, or let's put it this way, if you pay 2 for the Child's Wish, right, and then you get it back after you awaken, that's your awaken turn, you can go ahead and pay right after that to get Bulma out from your drop, especially if you milled her out or if you combo out her, and then you go ahead and untap 2, and then Union Absorb, and then draw a card, obviously. So it's very, very, very good. And then of course 2 Battering. Usually I have both Batterings in hand just to go for game. 1 attack is not that bad, so that way you bait out a counter. The second attack is all good. And then the beautiful part of this engine is as well is that you have 2 dual attacks first that are critical, in which that in itself baits out counters. So usually that is the best thing to do. And then the one that they are for sure at 3 life, and then you have like 90k, 120k Kid Buu swinging at him, is the time that you do want a Battering. So that is the deck. There's not really much to it. If you compare it to my set 5 deck that I took to release, it's pretty similar to that. It's just without swap. It's just without all the other stuff. It's just with blue stuff, and then some stuff that helps the Dende leader itself. As far as matchups go, I did go against Gogeta BR, Veku Ramp, which is not all that bad. It's a slower deck and didn't give it time to set up. It didn't have too much defense, and any negates that he had, I went ahead and just Batteringed it. So that's pretty cool. Mass Saiyan, I think it was Red Blue. Shout out to Darian. He hated me because I just negated everything, and then I used my big boy, and that's it. And then round 3 was Kid Goku, the red version. Shout out to Justin. It was a good match. It was just that he tapped out, and then I swung twice, and then that was game. Round 4 was Agents of Destruction Dende, the mirror match, kind of, in which that was against Mark. Shout out to him, in which he kind of bricked. I got lucky. If he didn't brick and charged 2 red, because he had 2 blue and 1 red, and no counters, by the way. I just really got lucky on that one. He would have took game, or at least made it extremely difficult for me. And then the last one was blue yellow Super Shenron. He did have 4 balls in life. Shout out to Adam, in which, you know, he did well to try to recover, but after a while I had 2 beans out on his turn 3 where he was trying to go off and then take another turn. His second turn, this is just advice for anybody, make sure to defend anything you can in the first turn when you know they're going to take another turn with any combos that you can, and then the second turn save your beans, so that way it doesn't fall off into the second turn. That's basically how I beat him. And then I just swung. You know the drill. It's you beat people down. That's all you really do. That's what I love. Other than that, man, that is it. Hopefully this wasn't too long, but let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Like, dislike, all the other stuff. Join the Discord, join the Untap Unrestricted Tourney. It's gonna be fun stuff to watch and play, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later.